Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today is going to be the greatest day of your life. As a part of being successful, we've talked about many different behaviors and how to enhance ourselves. These are recommendations or ideas on how we can better our personality or our approach to dealing with others. Today I want to discuss some easy ways to become much more charming. And believe it or not, these ways are actually backed by science. If someone asked you to list all the truly charming people you knew, you probably could without any problem, right? Because charm is a quality of attracting or fascinating others, and it's the ability to make other people like you. It's having charisma and being a genuine people person. So here's how to be more charming and wow everybody around you, okay? Let's talk about these 4 different ways. Science says we should change our pitch. Now, I guess recently a form of speech known as vocal fry, which is a low in pitch and creaky sounding, is increasingly common among young people. Now, a 2014 study found that people who spoke with vocal fry were thought of as less trustworthy, educated, competent, attractive, and likable than people with a so-called normal voice. So by changing your pitch, the negative perceptions of vocal fry are stronger for female voices relative to male voices. A pleasant sounding voice is easier on the ear and would definitely make you more charming, according to this scientific study. Also, think quickly on your feet. There was another study published in Psychological Science that found if you are quick on your feet, you're more charismatic. Now, the study's research showed that people who are able to respond faster to general knowledge questions and visual tasks were thought of as more charming by their friends, independently of IQ and other personality traits. Wow. In addition, mental speed can also make it easier to hide inappropriateness and be funny on the spot. It might be time to take on that improv class after all, huh? I tell you what. Number 3, cut out humble bragging. And I totally hate humble bragging. Sorry, I know hate's a very strong word. I dislike humble bragging. I know people who do this all the time, and But humble bragging to me is just bragging masked by a complaint, right? I hate it when I'm upgraded to first class and they run out of champagne. You know what I'm talking about? Most people can see right through a humble brag like that for what it is. It's a brag. You're bragging that you got upgraded to first class and they ran out of champagne. Why not just say, hey, you know what? Something really neat happened to me. I got upgraded to first class, thankfully, and I'm very grateful for that. But when I got up to first class, they didn't have any champagne, so I had to have a cocktail instead or something, But we don't need to do the humble brag crap. I totally dislike that. That's so ungenuine, And a Harvard Business School study found that although people often choose to humble brag when they want to make a good impression, it's actually a terrible use as a self-promotional strategy. It makes the humble bragger seem less likable and more insincere. In fact, humble bragging is less effective than actual complaining because complainers are seen as sincere. So, if you know humble braggers, I usually just in the kindest and nicest way possible excuse myself from that conversation. I go somewhere where I can take a deep breath and chuckle to myself. Then I read my goal card over and over again until I've reset my supercomputer, and then I go back to engage in the conversation, attempting to bring it to a different level or bring the conversation to a different platform, right? I don't need to sit around and hear about them complain and tell me how great their life is. I want to hear how great their life is, but I want to hear it sincerely, and I want to hear the amazing things that they're doing without the negativity. And another thing is, if you want to be considered more charming by other people, is to work on being trustworthy. Now, we just had a recent post recent vlog about this. I just talked about how to build trust with others. It's easy. You should be able to find it in my most recent videos, but how to build trust with others. And trustworthiness is an amazing way. People are drawn to others they feel they can trust, right? And one study asked participants to rate what characteristics they thought were most important in someone they had to work with in a number of social situations, like playing sports, working on a project, or just working with them, and what they'd prefer in a relationship with close friends or coworkers. The characteristic that was rated the highest was trustworthiness. A sense of cooperation and warmth was considered more important to likability over things like physical attractiveness. So you can look as good as you want, but in the end, when it comes to being charming, old school characteristics like sincerity, honesty, and being a team player will draw people to you. Now, if you have a sense of humor to get you out of tricky situations or see the funniness in your own failures, even better. What a great way to build trustworthiness with others. When you have the ability to admit you made a mistake and then you offer a solution to work around it, I tell you what, an apology and a solution go a long way with others. And so I just wanted to bring this up today. I think I've made my point, that there are some very easy ways to be more charismatic and more charming and to provide value to situations in which you're working with others. Friends, I hope you have a wonderful day. I believe in you. I know you can do it. There are amazing things inside of you right now. There are energies that others are beginning to notice. You got a better smile, you know? You got a good smile on your face and you're walking with a more erect carriage. You're feeling more confident. You have success coming into your lives. It's fantastic. I'm proud of you and I hope you have the best day ever. I'll see you tomorrow with some really good stuff, okay? I'll talk to you then.